Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to you all my dear students. I am your class teacher Jaziba Kharram from the Smart School Sir Syed Ahmed Khan campuses and Gulistan Johar campus. This is your grade 3 science recorded lecture in which we are going to do the copy working of chapter Animals and Their Food. This is a very interesting chapter, and we discussed about what kind of eating habits does animals have, what is food pyramid is, and how a balanced diet is important for us. Now, after completing all of those works, we are moving on to the copy work, and the topic today is words to know and question and answers. So just take out your copies. I will count to 5 for you all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. I know you all are sitting with your copies. You know the rule. First you have to make the index. You will open your index page. Chapter is Animals and Their Food. That's serial number is 7, 17, 9, 20, 20 words to know. We will do words to know, and question number serial number 8 shows that we have to do question and answers. You can pause this video and write down your index. I am moving on to the next slide. Yes, after doing that, I know some of you have made your title page as well, and this is kind of my title page. I like this image, that's why I attached it over here. So the name of your chapter is Animals and Their Food. Similarly, you have to make a title page with your own imagination and your own creativity. I do love all of the hard work that you put in to make all of these artwork and title pages. You all are very talented, mashallah. So let's just move on to the next slide. Starting off the work with the first thing, that is topic words to know, and you know the rule that you will write the date over here and CW over here. So topic is words to know. You no need to write it on the red line, and you will write it on line next to red line. First one is herbivore. Why is it written in bold letters? Is because you have to write this with your blue color pencil. You know this, that you will write it with your blue color pencil. So first one is herbivore. What is herbivore? Herbivore, an animal that eats only plants. Herbivore is an animal that eats only plant. Herbivore. Herbivore spelling should be written very correctly. Number 2 is carnivore. Carnivore's spelling CARNIVORE, written with blue color pencil. An animal that eats only meat. The animal that eats the meat of other animals is known as carnivore. Number 3 is omnivore. Number 3, omnivore. Blue color pencil, you will write this OMNIVORE, omnivore. An animal that eats both plants and meat is known as omnivore. Number 4, scavenger. Scavenger, 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 an animal that eats dead animals. We discussed it in our live sessions as well, in which I told you that there are 2 examples of it, that is vulture and maggot. So number 5 is maggot, and it's the larva of any fly. Larva is a kind of initial phase of any fly. So maggot is a larva of any fly. Number 6, producers. Producers, it's plants that make their own food. Means producer means that a plant that makes its own food. PRODUCERS, producers. Number 7, decomposers. Why I have moved to the next slide is because I didn't have any space over there, so that's why I'm moving to the next one. You will continue your work from that one, okay? So decomposers is an organisms that break down dead plants and animals. And organisms, I told you that it is any kind of a living thing, like a plant or animal is known as organisms, or even a living cell that break down dead plants and animals. वो dead plants and animals को break करता है. That's its work. Decomposers, an organism that breaks down dead animals and plants. Now moving on to the main part of our work, that is topic question and answers. This should be started off from new page. You know this. You will start it from new page, date over here, and CW should mention over here. And question number 1 is, what is the scientific name of plant eating animals? What is the scientific name of plant eating animals? So the answer is, the plant eating animals are called herbivores. These are the animals that eat plants and they are known as herbivores. Question number 2, what are the characteristics of carnivores? Means what are the key functions, like what are their functions, how do they perform, how are they and what kind of things they do. It means that is the characteristics. And what are the characteristics of carnivores? So answer is, characteristics of carnivores are carnivores. A lot of you who are trying to mispronounce it, but it's carnivores. Characteristics, CHRACTERISTICS. Characteristics of carnivores are, number 1, they have keen sense for hunting. Means they have a very sharp eye. They do keep an eye on the target, that when they are weak, when they are vulnerable, when we are going to attack them. So they have a very good sense and a good eyesight. So they have keen sense for hunting. Number 2, they eat meat of other animals. So obviously why they are carnivores is because they eat of other animals, and they depend on the meat of other animals. Number 3, they are swift runners. We discussed in our live session as well that what is swift runners. Swift runners means that they run real fast. An example of it was like lion, tiger. They are like super fast in running, so they are swift runners. And number 4 is, they have superb eyesight. Like they have very good eyesight. Their eyesight is that much good that they can just watch their target from a very far away. They have a very good sense of smell. Their eyesight is very good. They are very swift runners. So these are the very key important characteristics of a carnivore. And last but not the least, they have sharp teeth and long claws. Yes, they have sharp teeth. Sharp teeth helps them to tear up the meat of other animals, and long claws to just hold on their target very tightly. So these were the 5 main characteristics of carnivores. And let's just move to the question number 3. Question number 3 is, give 2 examples of omnivores. Give 2 examples of omnivores. The examples of omnivores are chimpanzees and bears. You can also know that human beings are also omnivores like us. We discussed it in our live session as well. But again, I am telling you that yes, as human beings are also omnivores, because we do depend on plants. We do eat plants, and we eat animals flesh as well. So we are omnivores as well. The examples of omnivores is chimpanzees and bears. Is spelling of chimpanzee CHIMPANZEES. Chimpanzees and bears, BEARS, bears. So these are the 2 examples of omnivores. Question number 4 is, carnivores have sharp teeth. What are they called? Why carnivores have sharp teeth? Because they need to tear up the meat real fast. They need it for tearing up the meat of other animals. So they need sharp teeth, and they have a very good set of teeth. We discussed it in our lives previous recorded session as well, in which we in detail we discussed about the teeth of carnivores, herbivore and omnivore. So the sharp teeth of carnivores are called carnassials. CARNASSIAL. These are the set of teeth that are very sharp of carnivores. So they have sharp teeth of carnivores are called carnassials. Now moving on to the question number 5 is, how do decomposers help in the food chain of animals? Like, what do the decomposers play the part in the food chain? Now you must be wondering, what are decomposers? Decomposers we discussed in the starting of the video as well, that what are decomposers. So Spelling of decomposer should be written very properly, that Decomposes, and what actually are decomposers. Again, I'm telling you that break down that plants and animals are decomposers. So how do decomposers help in the food chain of animals? Is they break down dead animals and plants and return vital nutrients to the soil. Why? Because if the dead animals and plants will be on the ground for many days, is the decomposers, is the bacteria and fungi that helps them to be to just revolve around in the nature as well. Return vital nutrients to the soil means to bring back the vital nutrients of the soil, because if any dead animal or any dead plant is being on the ground for many days, it will be very bad for the soil. So every living thing has its own life cycle of doing things, right? So these bacteria do that as well, and they help them to break down the dead animals and plants into the soil, into the ground, or just remove it from the ground forever, and return vital nutrients to the soil. When a dead body is in the underground, all of the insects and they do eat the humans, right? Why? Because this is the nature, that God has created, Allah has done it. So they break down their animals and return vital nutrients to the soil. This was the question number 5, and yes, that's it. We have come to an end of this question and answer session. Take care of yourself, you all. I hope you all are taking care of yourself. I can't wait to see you all in my life in my class, because I do miss you all, my class. I hope the situation ends real soon, and soon we will meet in our schools. Soon you will be back in classroom with proper SOPs, and inshallah we will meet, and inshallah we will continue our live sessions as well and discuss more about the things that we do. Talk about the situations, we do talk about that, how you are doing, how you are being at home, and how you are at whatever you are doing. So, and how did you even spend your weekend? So that's just end this lecture, and we did the words to know and question and answers of chapter animals and their food, and you have to write it with your blue color pencil, question and answers with your normal pencil. So this is the end of the video, and I'm just signing off. Till then, you all take care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.